Namaste. Namaste and welcome to Mindfulness Moment, a time in our day that we carve out to come here into awareness. This month, we're working with the middle way, the middle path to find our way there. And there's some small print that we're invited to kind of read it all and check it off to begin our journey on that path. And that small print states that we're willing to feel what we feel. And it's as simple and as challenging as that. The society that we live in is really designed to take us over here and divert our attention there and come back over here and then back to here. We're constantly bombarded, having many, many options to shift our attention, our awareness to everywhere but here. And these 30 minutes that you've chosen to spend here in your practice today is a place of awareness, is a place that you can just pause for a moment and just come here now. So let's begin. Take a seat that's comfortable. It can be on the ground. It can be a seat. Maybe you're seated at your desk or up in a chair. And just start to stir the body. Just move around. Feel the hips. Feel the soles of the feet if your feet are on the ground. Feel the knees and the hips and the shoulders. And start to come into your body, come into your breath. And deep, beautiful breaths. Let the breath flow in and out very softly, fully, but gently through the nose, both on the in-breath and the out-breath. You might let your eyes flip closed for a moment. Just continue that movement, that gentle, soft movement coming here now into your body, into your breath. So this practice gives us the tools to go ahead and take a walk on that path. We have this movement, we have our bodies, our breath, all the sensations that arise. Go ahead now and sit in a more neutral position in the center and start to flow with the spine, undulating the spine. You go forward, your elbows stay alongside your rib cage, and then you can round yourself back, let your chin fall to your chest. And move like that. Elbows stay in as you just undulate the spine forward. Let your head and neck drop and then come back up. And some deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Walk your hands back behind you. You're down on the ground here. Walk the hands way back. If you have the chair, just grab the seat of the chair. Lean back and go ahead and draw your knees to your chest. Everyone can do that. And extend your legs forward. Drop your heels on the ground. And stay here now. Draw your shoulder blades together. Lift your chin and chest. A deep breath in. And exhale and round forward. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Float the arms up to the sky, reaching forward. And then go ahead and flow forward. You can grab hold maybe of the outer edges of your feet or your ankles, wherever you find your way, and deep breathing. Look forward for a moment and exhale and soften here into the posture, into this nice gentle forward bend. So go slow. If you're down on the ground, you might walk your legs forward a bit. Seated in your chair, let your belly drop down towards your thighs and let your breath flow in and out. You can gently move the head side to side, just arriving, deep breathing. Again, notice sensation. The area of your lower back. I feel a stretch here at the top of my shoulders as I'm flowing forward here. Check in with the muscles of your face. Can you relax your chin and your cheeks? Can you relax the forehead, the muscles here of the face? And deep breathing. And then gently come back and roll yourself back up. Good. If you're in a chair, go back to that seat, your feet rooted down onto the ground. Be very clear about your stance. If you were in a seated position, a cross-legged position, cross the opposite leg in front. So I'm going to cross the opposite leg. Might feel a bit unusual. We try to even things out a bit. So crossing the opposite way, sit nice and tall, hands down on your thighs, and go ahead and do the stirring again. And just to observe and notice and breathe deeply. Inhaling, exhaling. So the middle path, this path of awareness, can be practiced all throughout your day, that you just simply pause for a moment and feel what you're feeling. Even if you're very, very engaged, perhaps in a work project, right? Your whole body focused, just notice that. Sometimes our work day, we can be very clear and concentrated, and hours might pass before we actually recognize the posture of the body. You might have noticed that. Maybe wake, come back, your shoulders. Perhaps you were sitting still, or maybe you were standing. So when you stand at your desk, whatever that happens to be, but always pausing, and it can just be a moment of awareness, right? Hands down on your thighs. Go ahead again, undulate the spine. There's a flowing energy of the spine. You feel it from the tail as you pitch forward. You feel it all the way up to the crown of your head. And deep breathing. And that might be the pause there. You're just like, wow, I feel the breath moving up and down my body, up and down the spine, and take some deep breaths. Always a beautiful place to arrive on the path. Sit nice and tall, float the arms up to the sky, deep breath. Float the hands back behind you again. Fingertips can point towards you if you're down on the ground, if that feels comfortable. Drop the feet on the ground, chest and chin lift, deep breath. Exhale, chin drops down to your chest as you round forward. A few movements like this. Inhale up. Deep breathing. Exhale, empty, empty, empty. Once more, coming up, a full expansive breath. And empty, empty, empty. Sitting nice and tall, upright, heels drop down. You can kind of dig them into the earth, feeling very rooted. Float your arms up to the sky, and then again forward into that forward bend, right? Hands reaching and grabbing whatever feels appropriate, right? Maybe you're feeling a little bit more spacious. You can get the outer edges of your feet, or maybe for you, the spaciousness will be had by putting your hands gently behind your thighs and surrendering yourself forward. So you choose, you be here now. Remember, that's the fine print that you kind of signed on for when you go into a practice just like this, a mindfulness moment practice. Yeah, we let everything else go. Yet it's all here with us. Yet it's all here. All of our experience, our memories, our strengths, our challenges are all present here now in this moment. Go ahead and gently rise back up, shrug your shoulders. Good. Transitioning now, we're going to continue with flow and movement. We're going to come into cat and cow posturing. So if on the ground is a good place for you to accomplish or to move into that, go ahead and do that. If you want to come to a standing position, up out of your chair, root your feet down onto the ground. You can drop your hands on your thighs in a standing position and do the poses in that way, right? So down on the ground, spread your 10 fingers, right? Use your breath and start to flow here, opening up the inhale as you look forward, the exhale as you round back, right? Inhaling and exhaling. So these practices give us a way in, right? Give us a way in. So we pay attention. We pay attention to our posture, right? The physicality, the shape and form that we're coming to. We pay attention to our breath. Exhaling. And there it is, right? You've stepped foot on the path of awareness, that middle path. Here's the one that is really kind of buried in the fine print, that you agree, go ahead and start to circle around, that you agree to feel what you're feeling. That you don't have to run away from it. You don't have to hide or push it away. Even if the sensations are not so pleasing. And please understand that that does not mean that you move your body in any way into pain. Right? We don't do this in this movement practice. You really honor whatever is present and be really kind and generous. That's another part of this journey in our path, is really be compassionate to yourself as you're moving here. So what I often find is I come to these postures, this is the way I begin my practice most days, is I perhaps will discover something new. I'm having some issue here in my right hip, but as I start to move and breathe, sometimes I can explore other areas that maybe are attributing or accompanying that sensation. Maybe today for me, it's up in this right shoulder. So just notice how connected. And again, this is done not with the linear analytical mind of ours, but more just an exploration and awareness. Inhale, float the left arm straight up into the sky, reach it up, move it forward and back a bit. And then we're going to weave that left arm underneath. So you can take a twist if you're standing, just take the left hand to the right shin. If you're down on the ground, the left shoulder drops down. The right arm can choose to reach forward or pulling the right hip back, and just enjoy the twist, the stretch, and the breath, the inhalation, the exhalation. It's nice to be down, right? To have the head a little bit lower than the heart. We spend most of our day, our thinking awakened work day, upright. Use your breath, push your hands down, right hand, left hand, and go ahead and flow again, cat and cow. Breathing in, breathing out. Look forward, use your breath, float the right arm up to the sky. Stretch and breathe, stretch and breathe. I like to push and pull a bit forward and back. And then go ahead and into the twist. You weave the arm under your right shoulder, dropping down, and you feel the hand pressing against your shin to leverage that twist and to expand and extend the spine. So try to lengthen, and that's rather a challenging invitation. Sometimes in a twist, we kind of soften into it. What if you open out, right, into it, and feeling the length, the movement here into your spine, and pay attention to sensation. Good, and then gently unwinding this, coming back here if you're on the ground, hands and knees. If you're standing, your hands are on your thighs, and some movement still and here in a cat and cow. And let's take a rest now, opening your knees nice and wide, pull your hips back, and move down into a child's pose. You can sit down in a chair if you wish to do this and relax in that place, and take some moments to breathe in and out. Deep, beautiful, healing, restoring breaths. What a great thing to do in the middle of the day if you're taking a break, or maybe it's at the end of the day if you're joining us a bit later. Just starting with this place, right? The pause, the awareness. Deep and clear with your breathing. Go ahead and pull your hands forward if you're on the ground. Keep reaching your arms. Come up onto your knees and walk your knees underneath you. If you are standing and you have a chair handy, you could put your hand on the seat of the chair and use this to take this stretch. So tuck your toes under if you're on the ground. Walk your hands way forward. Tense your fingers and stretch and breathe here. This is a little puppy dog shape. Stretching through the side body, through the lower back, the whole of the body. And deep and clear with your breath. Good, keeping that length, your hands drop onto the ground. You can push your hips, pull your hips up and back, and come into a downward facing dog if you wish to transition this way, right? Pull the hips up and back. If you're standing, you can keep that stretch going, right? Walk your feet forward and slowly come. We are eventually all going to meet. You can release your hands from the chair if you have it, and gently soften down into a standing forward bend. Let your head relax, let your heart relax, and breathe deep. Might sway the body from side to side a bit. Nice full breaths. Go ahead and interlace your hands back behind your head. So the hands interlaced behind the head and neck, elbows sway way out to the side, and traction the head a bit. Just gently drawing it down as you breathe into your body. Using your breath, go ahead and slowly keep your hands as they are. Come up halfway, pause, look forward. a gentle tug here at the base of the head and neck, and then come all the way up to stand. Open your heart, lean way back. Collarbones are open. Feel your shoulder blades coming together, up, 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 and nice, deep, clear breathing. Good. Stand upright. Take the arms out to the side for a moment. Just push the walls, right? Flexing at your wrists. Nice, strong stance. Deep breathing. And then slip the hands back behind you. And the invitation is to find a prayer, right? Bring your hands together in a prayer back behind you. That's not happening. You could easily put your hands just here on the base. And maybe for some of us, we could even turn that prayer. You can work the prayer so that your fingertips are turning up towards your shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out. I love this practice, these physical postures. They do so many wonderful things for us. I feel a good stretch in my wrists, the tips of the fingers. How about that heart opening here? Keep your hands as they are in that reverse namaste, that reverse prayer back behind you. And as if you're going to sit down, but don't. This is an utkatasana pose. You're bending at your knees, opening up. Your chest is nice and open and spacious. Use your breath and then inhale, stand back up. Release your hands back behind you. Sweep the arms all the way to the sky. Palms meet at the top, and exhale, hands to heart center in the prayer. Inhale, rise up. Arms float, lift, lift, lift. Big stretch. Pause here. Reach for the right wrist. Pull yourself up and over to the left side. Awareness, right? Check in. Check in with the body. Come back up to the center, up other side, reach and breathe. And as we do this check-in, inhale, reach your arms up, exhale the arms back alongside, push the walls apart. Try not to go with judgment. Step that right foot forward for a moment. Step that right foot forward. You keep your hands as they are reaching out. We're going to come into a high lunge here. Put your hands here to your heart center. Lift up onto the ball of your back foot. I'm going to step that back foot back a little bit more to lengthen the stance. That feels okay for me today. Straighten the back leg, and then go ahead and a little bend in the back knee and bend the front knee, and breathe in. And breathe out. So I was saying, sometimes as we move into these postures, ouch, ooch, each, maybe there's a dialogue that comes along with it. Maybe I could exercise more. Maybe I should get up more in my workday, whatever it might happen to be. Just notice the self-talk. Maybe for you, you have none of that. You're just happy to be here. I'm with you today, right? Inhale, sweep the arms up and to feel your body. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, you can drop your hands down on the ground if that feels good, or maybe the chair is there, and lift that left leg up into the sky. Draw your nose to your right knee, and then you can roll that left leg around. Bend the knee and move it around in the hip socket. Step the left foot to meet the right foot in a standing forward bend. Use your breath and gently rise back up. Rolling up with lots of breath and energy. Get up there, shrug your shoulders. Keep breathing. Push the walls, take the arms out to the side, and then bring your hands back behind you. If that was prayer, if you took a prayer back there, do it again. Up, maybe you turn that prayer up towards your shoulder blades. Left foot steps forward, right foot is back. We're coming into a high lunge position. And just feel it for what it is, right? Stretching the back leg, opening up the front, bend the front knee, straighten the back leg a bit more. Let me go ahead and bend the back knee and straighten. And bend both knees and straighten. Heart lifted, maybe looking up here, inhaling, exhaling. Get your core energy here. Good. Float the arms all the way up, a big stretch. Exhale, your hand down on the ground or down onto a chair. Lift that right leg up. Your nose drops to your knee. Bend your right knee and swirl it around in the hip socket. Really opening up, taking this opportunity. Use your breath and float the right foot to meet the left foot. Surrender into the forward bend. Inhaling, exhaling, slow journey, coming all the way up. Beautiful. Arms out to the side once more. Open up, nothing holding you back. A big stretch and bring your hands to heart center. Little pause here. That's the check mark. Just feel whatever you're feeling. Just feel it. Good. Float your eyes open and shake it out, shake it out. Good afternoon. Move your hips around, little movement here, shrug shoulders. Good, and let's go down onto the ground and have, if you need a prop for your seat down there, you can have that available as we come and transition here onto the ground. Spend a moment here, bringing the soles of the feet together. Have this nice, beautiful triangle shape as I bring the feet together. If you're in a chair, you can also do this, right? By standing up and maybe not bringing the soles of the feet together, but rolling out a bit and feel that breath, that energy. Circle again. We started the practice this way, kind of circling. And this time the legs are a bit wider. Just notice the base, what's happening there. Sitting nice and tall. Float the arms up to the sky. We're going to twist. So go to the left side. You can put your right hand on your knee. Your left hand can go back behind you. Long, beautiful breaths. Long spine and just twisting and breathing. You can look over that left shoulder ultimately. Take your time to experience it. Choose your breath, softening your shoulders, deepening the breath. You lengthen the spine. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Come back to the center, reach up. Big breath. Let's twist to the other side. So using your own body, you use your hand as leverage to turn and twist and open. Again, the gaze will ultimately go over your right shoulder, but don't force that. Let that happen organically as the spine opens, as you feel that sensation, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Coming back to the center, reach your arms all the way up. Nice. Bring your hands onto your knees. Gently bring your knees together. You can walk your feet forward. And maybe they come out a little further. We were digging the heels in a bit earlier. Maybe you can straighten your legs out there. You can do this standing as well, or sitting as well. Put your hands alongside your hips. Get really tall. So you lift up out of the front ribs. You feel your shoulder blades together. Use your breath, float your arms up. And here we go into a forward bend again. Paschimottanasana. Shins, ankles, the outer edges of your feet, wherever you're reaching, and just surrender here. And in that surrender, I'm putting some effort. P.S. Right? So I'm gently pulling the outer edges of my feet back as I reach the arms forward. And this feels good and liberating for my lower back. So if you're feeling like this is a bit of a tension on your lower back, try to bend your knees a little bit more. That will reposition the pelvis to a more open, spacious forward bend. Breathe in and breathe out. Close your eyes here if it feels comfortable. And take some deep, deep healing breaths in through your nose and right back out through your nose. Letting that breath fill the whole back body. Letting that breath release the whole of your front body. Good, and then slowly rising up, Keep breathing. Shrug your shoulders, take some rolls of the head and neck. Takes me a moment sometimes to unwind, right? Really to relax the body and to pay attention, right? There's the agreement, the small print of walking the path, right? I'm preparing a seat now, so you go ahead and do the same. My seat is on the ground. Your seat could be in a chair, or maybe today you want to lie down. And I don't often instruct that, but maybe this is what your practice is offering you today, right? So maybe you want to take a prone position and just support yourself in any way, if that's comfortable, if that's supportive for you, and just be here now. Today, the hands down on the thighs and using the hands as a reminder, an invitation to keep the spine nice and open, the heart full and light as you arrive here and now. Mindfulness moment. Here's the practice. So we bring in movement, we bring in the practice of breath, and then we come here for the pause in the practice of meditation. So our practice this month is to walk and navigate the middle way, the middle path. And what does that mean for you? What does that mean? Let's just pause here for a moment and let awareness come into your mind and your heart. Is that perhaps you're navigating your way through something that might be rather intense, or maybe there's a bit of darkness and there's not so much movement. There's anxiety or depression. Maybe there's something happening for you that you're working towards, that you're moving towards the awareness, landing in the middle, that you can feel. You just feel what you're feeling. And maybe your feeling today is completely neutral and just languish and enjoy that. Relish that. Whatever it is, just see if you can be present, see if you can be compassionate, and that is the middle way. Notice the temptation to move away. It can be just simply a sensation in your body that is requiring movement. Do you need to pay attention there? Maybe you can stay in the stillness. Maybe what's trying to distract you is your beautiful mind who wants to finish that project or finish that conversation or begin again, something. Maybe just appreciate, acknowledge whatever it is that perhaps is trying to distract you, and then come back again, come back into and onto the path, this moment, this presence, this awareness of now. I'm aware of your breath. Feel the sensation of light and energy right beneath your nostrils. With attention, draw that breath in, filling the body, nourishing your body, bringing light and healing energy in. And with that same awareness, release the breath, send it out, softening, expelling the breath out into the world. Be intentional about your breath now. Deep breath in through the nose, belly and ribs and chest. Exhale, emptying completely. Take one more, fill all the way up. And this time as you exhale, your chin melting to your chest. Bring your hands together in front of your heart in a prayer. We do this practice for the benefit of all beings. So hold whatever awareness, whatever observation you found in your practice today, hold it with great compassion, with great love, right in the palm of your hands, and reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Take another breath, fill up, and as you exhale, send that awareness, that observation out into the world. May all beings be free. May all beings be safe. And may all beings be healthy. Bring your hands back together in a prayer, and as you exhale, your hands go right back home to your heart. Deep breathing and exhale. Namaste to you. Thank you so much for the privilege and honor of guiding you through this mindfulness moment practice this afternoon. My name is Evalena, and I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Enjoy this day and sprinkle in a little awareness, a little mindfulness. You've already checked the box for coming into this moment to feel what you feel. So enjoy this day. Namaste.